Hello again, 8th graders. This is Chapter 7 4A, Raising a Power to a Power. Let's look at the first problem that we have here. In parentheses, we have 4 to the third power, and we're going to raise that to a second power. What that really means is we're going to take what's inside the parentheses, which is 4 to the third power, and because we're going to take that to the second power, we're going to take 4 cubed, or 4 to the third power, times 4 cubed, or 4 to the third power. Now we know from previous lessons that if we're taking 4 cubed times 4 cubed, we need to add those exponents and get 6, which is why I say note that 3 plus 3 equals 6. But if you look at the original problem, 4 to the third and then squared, 2 times 3 also equals 6. So when we are going to raise a power to a power, our key concept for today is that you are going to multiply the exponents. If we look at the next problem, we have 2 to the 5th, and then we're going to cube it. What we're really going to do is take 2, and we're going to multiply those exponents of 5 times 3. We are going to get 2 to the 15th power. Now, we can also do this with variables. If we take a to the m and then raise it to the n, we multiply the m and the n as long as m and n are integers. So a to the mn is our answer. Let's look at some examples. In example A, we are going to take 8 to the third and then raise it to the 7th power. Our base number is 8. We multiply the exponents, 8 to the 21st. In example B, our base number is 6. Negative 3 times negative 2 is positive 6. Example C is going to be a little different. Now, we have to be a little careful here because you'll note that they have a negative 8 inside parentheses. Negative 8 has to be our base. If I take 4, positive 4, times negative 3, my answer is going to be negative 12. Now in lesson 7.3b, we learned that a negative exponent means that we are going to take the reciprocal, 1 over negative 8 to the 12th power. Now when the numbers get to be this large, negative 8 raised to the 12th power, we may leave them in powers. You try example D. Our base number is going to be m. 5 times negative 6 is negative 30. Now, that means I have to go to the reciprocal since I have that negative exponent. 1 over m to the 30th power. At this point, please hit pause and you do E and F. How did you do on E? Did you remember that a negative times a negative is a positive? And how about F? 4 times 3 is 12, and 12 times 5 is 60. The other concept we're going to be working with today, or the other skill we're going to be working with today, is to use what we've done so far with multiplying base numbers with exponents and raising powers to powers and then doing comparisons. If we look at A, we need to work with the right-hand side where it says 7 to the 4th power and then squared. Today we learned that we multiply those exponents, so that is 7 to the 8th power. That means 7 to the 13th is going to be greater than 7 to the 8th power. In B, we need to simplify both sides. 5 to the 2nd times 5 to the 2nd. We go back to one of our very first lessons that if we multiply the bases, we are going to add the exponents. Today's lesson says if we take 5 squared and then square it, we are going to multiply 2 times 2 and get 4. So this one is equal. At this time, please hit pause and you do examples C and D. Let's see how you did. On C, you really do have to multiply what's inside the parentheses first. That goes back to the order of operations that we had way back in chapter 1. So 2 times 4 is 8, and it would be 8 to the 7th. So it's going to be equal. In D, we need to add the exponents on the left side. 6 to the 4th times 6 to the 4th is going to be 6 to the 8th. On the right-hand side of this inequality, 6 to the 4th raised to the 4th, we're going to multiply the exponent and get 6 to the 16th. I hope you got those last two right. This is the conclusion of lesson 7-4A. Please reply with gooseberries.